My wife mocked me in front of her friends, saying, "He's terrible in bed." Then her best friend laughed and said, "Actually, he's amazing." She panicked and started screaming. Saturday evening, we were hosting her college friends. I stepped into the kitchen to grab ice when I heard her voice from the living room. "Honestly, girls, I don't know what to do anymore. He has no idea what he's doing. It's like being with a teenager who learned everything from bad movies." Laughter erupted. I froze by the refrigerator. "That bad?" someone asked. "Worse. He thinks he's some kind of expert, but it's just awkward. Sometimes I just lay there thinking about my grocery list." More laughter, more details. I won't repeat. I stood there in my own kitchen, ice melting in my hands, listening to my wife of 6 years destroy me. I didn't storm in, didn't confront her. I smiled, returned to the party, played the perfect host. But inside, everything had changed. The next day, her best friend Sarah texted me, "Can we talk? It's important. It's important." We met for coffee that afternoon. "I couldn't sleep last night," Sarah said. "What she said about you, it wasn't right. You don't deserve that. It is what it is." "No, it's not." Sarah looked me in the eyes. "She's been complaining about you for months, but I don't think you're the problem. I think she is." "Why are you telling me this?" "Because someone should." She paused. "And because I've always thought you were different, better than she deserved." Something in her tone made me look up. "I know, she's my best friend, but I'm tired of watching her treat you like garbage." We talked for 2 hours, about everything. When I got home, my wife asked where I'd been. "Coffee with a friend." She didn't ask who. Sarah and I started meeting regularly. Coffee, lunch, dinner, nothing physical. Just conversation, attention, respect. Things my wife had stopped giving me years ago, but I made sure my wife noticed. The increased texting, the vague answers about where I'd been, the new confidence. 2 weeks in, my wife started asking questions. "You seem different lately." "Do I?" "More distant. Maybe I'm just busy." But her eyes said she suspected something. She started checking my phone when I was in the shower. She found nothing. I'd been careful, but the paranoia was eating at her. 3 weeks after that party, we hosted another gathering. Same friends, same living room. This time, I was ready. I made sure Sarah and I were deep in conversation when everyone arrived. Laughing, close, comfortable. My wife kept glancing over, her jaw tight, her wine glass refilling faster than usual. During dinner, the conversation turned to relationships. "Marriage is so hard," one friend said. "You have to keep working at it." My wife jumped in. "Exactly. Sometimes you have to accept that your partner has limitations." The room went quiet. Sarah looked at her. "Limitations? You know, things they're not good at, things you just have to live with." "Like what?" Sarah pressed. My wife took a long sip of wine. "Confidence building. Well, some men think they're amazing in bed when they're actually not." Several friends laughed nervously. "Oh, we're doing this?" Sarah said, her voice sharp. My wife smiled. "I'm just being honest. Some husbands need reality checks about their performance." I stayed silent, watching. "That must be frustrating," Sarah said. "You have no idea. I've tried to hint, but he doesn't get it. He's so proud of himself." The friends were frozen. This was too much information. That's when Sarah leaned back in her chair, looked directly at my wife, and smiled that knowing smile. "Funny you should say that." My wife's expression shifted, confident to uncertain. "What's that supposed to mean?" Sarah glanced at me, then back at my wife. "It means maybe you're not the best judge of your husband's talents." The room went silent. My wife's face changed. "Sarah, what are you saying?" "I'm saying that perhaps the problem isn't him. Perhaps it's you." "How would you know?" My wife's voice had an edge now. Sarah pulled out her phone, set it on the table face down. Everyone stared at it like it was a bomb. "Because I asked him myself." My wife stood up, her chair scraping loudly. "Asked him what?" "If everything you said was true, if he was really as terrible as you claimed." The blood drained from my wife's face. "What did you do?" Sarah's smile widened. "I found out the truth." "The truth about what?" "About whether your husband is actually terrible in bed." My wife looked at me, then at Sarah, then at the phone on the table. Her hands started shaking. "You didn't I?" "Sarah, I swear to God." "Swear what?" Sarah picked up her phone. "That you'll stop treating him like garbage?" Bit late for that. My wife's hands were trembling. "Show me that phone." "Why? Afraid of what you'll see?" "Show me." Full story linked below on the channel.